Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
Throwing strikes, being efficient with our pitches, making those routine plays, and having a great approach at the plate. So just keeping things simple and just building up that team chemistry as much as possible, I think, will help you win some games.
1-2. Swing and a miss as the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded to keep this a tie game.
This one is bounced back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. One run scores. Here comes Printer around third.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
To the left side and through for a base hit. The go-ahead run scores as Jensen delivers once again.
This one, the lightest of light hits. He gets an RBI single.
I think it's just a great experience, getting kids from all over the country to come in and play together.
Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sidebusters.
A game that means nothing in the standings, but it should be a lot of fun. The Hastings Sodbusters tangle with the Cornhusker League All-Stars. It's a 7-inning contest. This group that they're playing, a bunch of high school players, American Legion guys from the nearby communities of Grand Island, Hastings, Kearney, also North Platte, and Columbus. The Cornhusker League used to encompass the capital city, but those teams elected not to play anymore, so they wanted to keep the All-Star game going, so a neat opportunity for these guys to play college players, because most of these guys on that Cornhusker League All-Star team either have committed to play college or would like to play college ball. For the Sodbusters, their lineup is going to look very similar, but they're going to go down in their pitching a little bit, want to save all their dudes for upcoming matchups with teams like Spearfish and Casper. So we'll go down to the bullpen and maybe see some new guys for this Hastings Sodbuster team today. Ryan Valenta caught up with the head coach of the Cornhusker League All-Stars, Kirby Wells. We'll play that interview coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Welcome, folks. This is Ryan Valenta, head of the Legion All-Star Game. We're joined with the Legion All-Star coach, Kirby Wells of Grand Island Home Federal. They've been busy already today. They've already had 2 games up in GI, and now they're here with a few of their kids, along with some of the other kids from the Tri-Cities, Columbus and North Platte. Coach Wells, welcome to Duncan Field, a field that you probably know pretty well. You get to see here a lot. Just tell us about what it means to be here today and getting to have some of these guys out here to have some collegiate level baseball against an all-star team.
Yeah, really neat deal. I'm really excited for the kids and the players that are able to represent their teams and their community. And like I said, first time we're doing this, and we're lucky enough to have Scott and Brian agree to it. And it just kind of came from an idea. And with not having a Cornhusker League East anymore, we thought this would be the best option. And really excited for the kids.
So when this Cornhusker League went down to just 5 teams, like we mentioned, the Tri-Cities, Columbus, and North Platte, knew the All-Star game might be in jeopardy. Was this the first choice for you guys to play this All-Star game against the Sodbusters, or were there other opportunities for you?
Yeah, we didn't have many options. This was kind of the only option we threw out there, and luckily it's going to work out. And so, we're going to see how it goes this first year, and losing the Cornhusker League East, like we talked about, like I said, like you say, it's a great way for the kids to showcase their abilities against college talent, and like I said, really excited for the kids and everybody involved.
Talking with Kirby Wells, the head coach of the Cornhusker All-Star team. And with All-Star teams comes with a bunch of guys that you have some of your own guys and some other guys that you have rivalries against and across the state. Talk about putting together a few dozen guys in a very short amount of time and getting them ready to play a baseball game.
Yeah, all the coaches, we put our heads together and made the Cornhusker League All-Star team, and a lot of guys that are deserving and very, very proud of the ones that made it, and it was a short amount of time and some small discussions that we had, and we selected these players, and based on the performance, the hard work that they put in and they've done, so a lot of credit to them.
So it's Duncan Field that we're playing at here. Obviously, as the head coach of Grand Island, you come down here quite often, so you know the field yourself, but some of the other guys that may not know the field, it's obviously a little different than a lot of these high schoolers are used to playing at. I mean, what do you tell them about playing at Duncan Field, and do they need to know anything about maybe switching up their game plan with this large, vast field here in Hastings?
It's going to be swing for the fences. No, it's just, their approach might have to change a little bit. Wind blowing in, big park, hit the ball more on the line, on the ground, stuff like that. But it's also an all-star game too, so you want to go out and have a whole bunch of fun, and obviously you want to win, you want to compete at a high level, but like you said, it's fun and a great experience for everybody.
And tell us about kind of your game plan tonight without giving too much away, of course. Just what can we expect to see from your team? We got 3 members each from every team except Grand Island, which got a 5. Just what do we expect to see out of your team tonight?
Just going to play hard, going to have fun, play hard, and do all the little things right. And Cohen Nelson's going to get the start for us and hopefully go 1 or 2 innings. And then, we're going to kind of base it. Everybody goes an inning after that, depending on available arms that we have. And so it's going to be fun.
Just tell us about, finally here, some of these seniors are on their way out to college. Some are going to be seniors, some are going to be juniors, but getting that college level experience here at Duncan Field tonight, just talk about giving them that experience and just what it's like to feel like that.
Yeah, just a great opportunity for everybody involved, and like you said, everybody's got a different path and going on to different things after high school, and some are still in high school, so like you said, some of those seniors give them a chance to experience this, and then some of the younger classmen to experience it and want to get back and do it again someday.
All right, Kirby, anything else we should know about your all-star team this year? Are we going to see an all-star upset perhaps?
I sure hope so. We're going to try to give the Sodbusters a run for their money, and I've watched them a couple times this year. They got a lot of good players over there, and they've done a great job. So looking to have fun and enjoy the night.
That's Kirby Wells, the head coach of the Cornhusker League All-Star team and also the head coach of the Grand Island Home Federal Legion team. We'll be right back.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters Baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Welcome back to Sodbuster Baseball as Hastings getting set to go against the Cornhusker League All-Stars. It's an exhibition game this evening. Looking forward to getting the opportunity to bring you this contest as we feature the Sodbusters, but we also get a chance to talk about some of the top high school / Legion players in the region as they get together for one game against college players. Their ultimate goal to play college ball, so it's a really neat opportunity for these guys to see college level pitching and to have the experience of playing here. Of course, most of them, virtually all of them, have played at Duncan Field one time or another since they're in the same conference as the Hastings team. But it should be a fun day today. And these rivals who play against one another now get a chance to be teammates for one night. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They are brought to you by Quality First. And for the Hastings Sodbusters, their lineup pretty much the one that they've been using on a regular basis. Drew Vega leads off and plays second base. It's Ryan Jarvis in left field. Sawyer Duddleston is playing right field and batting third. Cale Jensen, the DH, bats fourth. Josh Printer, shortstop, batting fifth. Yamato Sato doing the catching and batting sixth. It's Dina Morales playing third base and batting seventh. Batting eighth and playing first base, Jack Borgman. And batting ninth, Alexiel Delgado for the Hastings Sodbusters. As the Cornhusker League All-Stars, they go with Caden Jonason in right field, Broxton Barrientos in center, Bryce Anderson at first, Bentley Willis in the DH, Nick Conant is at shortstop, Jack Polk at second, Cole Throckmorton doing the catching, Jaden Techmeyer in left field, and Naz Robinson at third base. Cohen Nelson will be the starting pitcher. We'll tell you more about these guys as our broadcast ensues, as the Hastings Sodbusters take a break from Cornhusker League competition for a matchup with the Cornhusker League All-Stars, American Legion players from the region, and it should be a really fun one today, as we will take you down to the field for the singing of our national anthem in advance of Hastings and the Cornhusker League All-Stars here on YouTube.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the past gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Another great rendition of the national anthem here before today's game between the Sodbusters and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Sodbusters under the acting head coach, Scott Galusha. Meanwhile, the Cornhusker League All-Stars, they're under the direction of Kirby Wells. He coaches Home Federal. His pitching coach, Mitchell Kresnick, is also on the staff. Then you've got Blake Marquardt. He coaches the Hastings 5 Points Bank team. And a couple of Kearney guys coming over as well. The brother combo of Jake and Josh Redmond to direct the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Sodbusters going a little deeper in their bullpen today. Again, they didn't want to throw any of their frontline guys with big Independence League matchups coming up, so they go with Luke Ray. Ray coming in with just one appearance. He's pitched one inning, no runs, no hits, no strikeouts, no walks, and he will get an opportunity to probably pitch a couple innings today. And defensively, it's going to be Yamato Sato doing the catching. Jack Borgman is at first. The second baseman is Drew Vega. At third, it is Dino Morales. The shortstop is Josh Printer. And the outfield left to right, Ryan Jarvis, Alexiel Delgado, and Sawyer Duddleston, as we are joined once again by Ryan Valenta in advance of today's game. Should be really entertaining. A game that doesn't have a whole lot of pressure, and both teams, of course, would like to win, but you can come out and have some fun, hopefully kind of be mentors, if you're the Hastings Sodbusters, and show the right way to play ball. And I'll tell you what, they've got some dudes on this Cornhusker League All-Star team. You look at the stats they've accumulated. There's some high-level guys, and there are guys who have already committed to college teams. So they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they want to come out and prove, hey, we belong.
Absolutely, and these guys are getting thrown into the fire today. They still get to use their metal bats like they're used to, but they get to play at large and great Duncan Field here today. And for those guys who are used to swinging the big bats, maybe on the smaller high school fields, those 370-plus walls look very large out today, and even with the wind blowing straight in, could be an interesting game, but really good to see across the stands. Lots of parents here for probably their kids and family members playing in this game today. But even for the outgoing seniors, I know for a fact that a few of the guys, they've already graduated high school, but what better way to spend the summer than to play one more game as a high schooler today? Like you said, Steve, it's going to be a ton of fun, and could see some interesting developments just about depending on what happens in this game.
Everybody's going to get a lot of playing time, including the guy at the plate first who takes outside for ball one. This is Caden Jonason. He plays for the North Platte FNBO Nationals. He'll be a senior at North Platte High School in the fall, so he's still got one more year of high school. Bounces to the right side. That should not be a problem for Drew Vegas. Sets, throws low. Nice dig out for the Hastings first baseman, Jack Borgman, and there's one out here in inning number one.
Man, that was weird hearing a metal clang sound right there. We're so used to hearing the crack of the wood bats, but while metal bats will mostly be used today, wood bats still are legal today, but just for the fun of it, I think we're going to see a lot of aluminum.
And first pitch swinging is Broxton Barrientos. Didn't get a chance to tell you his numbers. That's no surprise that he singles to center field. Broxton Barrientos coming into today, .515, a home run, 4 triples, 9 doubles, 41 runs batted in for the regular season Cornhusker League champion home Federal Seniors. So he's at first base with one out. And here's Bryce Anderson. And I get a chance to tell you about him because he's got Hastings Sodbuster ties. He takes outside for ball one. For Bryce, he plays for Kearney Misco Sports. He's going to be a senior at Kearney High. And if the Anderson name sounds familiar, Braden Anderson for the Sodbusters a year ago. This is his little brother. Throw down to first, and Barrientos not going anywhere. Anderson, left-handed hitter as he stands in. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first, the Cornhusker League All-Stars and the Sodbusters squaring off a 7-inning game. Don't play with any of the Legion run rules. We expect to play 7. Driven to the left center field gap. Jarvis is there, and there's a pretty loud out for Bryce Anderson. And we'll see Bentley Willison come up now with 1 on and 2 out, top of the first.
A good swing by Anderson there. Went the opposite way with it. And got a pretty good barrel on it, too. But like we told you, Duncan Field's going to hold it most of the time and just got a little bit under it, too, from maybe being a line drive and scoring the first run of the game.
Bentley Willison out of Columbus. He went to Columbus High, and he is actually a Legion baby, if you will. He's going to be a sophomore in college. He's hit .333 for the summer season, a couple of home runs. He's driven in 13. Went to Southeast Community College his freshman year. He's going to Northeast here in the fall. So he has seen college-level pitching. Bounces this to the right side. Vega's got it. He will tag out Barrientos, and that'll do it for the top half of inning number 1. Cornhusker League All-Stars get a hit, but nothing more. We head to the bottom of the first. No score, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain? Lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. Tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris. Plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Welcome back to Sodbuster Baseball. The Cornhusker League All-Stars have taken the field behind their fine pitcher. This guy, very much a candidate to be a Sodbuster in the future. He is Cohen Nelson. He's plays for Grand Island Home Federal. 3-1 for the summer, a 1.17 ERA. In 31 innings, he's allowed 8 runs, 5 of them earned. He struck out 51 and walked 13, and he's headed to Cloud County Community College to play with a guy that we may get a chance to see today for the Hastings Sodbusters, a fellow Cohen, if you will, Cohen Evans, who is in line to see his first action for the Sodbusters this year. As far as defensively for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, Cole Throckmorton is behind home plate. At first base, it's Bryce Anderson. At second, Jack Polk. Playing third base, Naz Robinson. The shortstop, Nick Conant. And their outfield in left field, Jaden Techmeyer, Broxton Barrientos in center, and Caden Jonason in right. And we're going to have to really be on our toes because there's going to be a lot of subs. There's 17 players on this team for the All-Stars. Sodbusters, it's not quite free subs, but they are going to have a lot of subs on both sides, and we'll see a lot of players get a chance to compete in this All-Star game today. As Drew Vega will step in for the Hastings Sodbusters. He's batting .360 on the year. Of course, the stats won't count today, but still featuring these Sodbusters who are off to a great start at 19 and 11. And the pitch taken upstairs for Drew Vega. 1 ball and no strikes for the Arkansas Tech guy. Top hitter on the team, top stolen base guy, 15 out of 19. As he had a great day on the bases yesterday as the Sodbusters' team went 8 for 8 in stolen bases. Pitch foul back, 1-1 on Drew Vega. And Nelson's pitched in enough high-profile games. I really don't think seeing college players is going to faze him too much. He has pitched in a lot of the big games for Grand Island Senior High and now for Home Federal here this summer as the pitch is fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Drew Vega. Just getting rolling today as the Hastings Sodbusters and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Evans ahead in the, Nelson ahead in the count. And the 1-2 pitch is taken upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grand Island Home Federal won the regular season Cornhusker League with a 7-1 record. They're going to be hosting Hastings. Hastings went 5-3. That'll be their league's championship game next Wednesday up at Ryder Park in Grand Island. 2-2 pitch on the way. And this one is taken low for ball 3. 3-2. The other standings, Kearney finished 4-4. North Platte 3-5. Columbus 1-7. It's already been a busy day for Grand Island Home Federal players. They have 5 players on this team. And they played a doubleheader against Pius X beginning at noon today. Won 5-3 and then lost 12-4. Hard hit ball right side. That's through. And Drew Vega leads off with a single for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Drew Vega, like we've been telling you pretty much the past couple of weeks here at home, is just an automatic machine right now. He has now extended his unofficial hit streak, but if you count this game, hits in 13 of the last 14 now. Very, very nice addition. If you remember Taylor Gill last year, late addition at second base, very good for the Sodbusters, and our second baseman picking it up this year.
Ryan Jarvis at the plate now. He had a big day yesterday as he raised his average 33 points, now hitting .289 on the year for the Sodbusters as he had a 3-for-3 game as part of that doubleheader sweep. Throw over to first. Vega not going anywhere yet, but don't be surprised if he takes off and tests the arm of Cole Throckmorton, the Kearney Misco Sports guy who's doing the catching to begin this game. Runner does go. The pitch is laced foul. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Jarvis. Mentioned the league standings in the Cornhusker League. Overall, Home Federal's been the team to beat. They're 24-9. Hastings 16-11. Kearney 14-11. North Platte 22-16. Columbus 14-11 heading into today's play. And the Home Federal record is actually up to date after their doubleheader split with Pius X. 5 Home Federal players. I don't know as Nelson played, but most of the other guys saw time against Pius X already. So their 3rd game of the day.
Yeah, before the game, a couple of the coaches were searching for a sack lunch for him. They've probably earned it after a couple of hard-played games today. But, yeah, can't imagine playing 3rd game of the day against a collegiate-level team.
But the good news is it was 80 degrees and not 100 like it is sometimes.
There you go.
If you're going to go play a doubleheader at noon, this is about as good as it gets here in this part of the state. Ryan Jarvis down to the count. Nelson's been checking the runners. Now this one is bounced to the second baseman. It's bobbled. The throw to second. They'll still get the out there. It's a good job hanging in there for this Cornhusker League All-Star second baseman, Jack Polk. Threw it over to the shortstop covering. That was Nick Conant. And there's 1 on and 1 out for the Sodbusters as Sawyer Duddleson will come to the plate.
Yeah, excellent recovery by Jack Polk over at seconds. Usually when you bobble, you pretty much eliminate the force out there, and you want to get the sure out at first, but the wherewithal to get Vega at second base even with his speed.
Sawyer Duddleston takes ball 1, another of the Arkansas Tech guys as he comes into today. Batting average .295, hitting .343 at home, though. It's really enjoyed Duncan Field, and Sodbusters have hit it much better here than on the road as a team. As a pitch misses for ball 2, Sawyer Duddleston ahead in the count 2-0. And neither team wants to blow out their pitching because you got all the Legion teams getting ready to go for busy weekends, so you won't see anybody probably more than 2 innings. Hard hit ball to the left side. It's off the glove of the third baseman and into left field. Good diving attempt there for Naz Robinson. The Hastings high grab. He couldn't grab it, and Duddleston has a single, and runners at first and second and 1 man out for the Hastings Sodbusters. Bottom of the first, no score.
Hard hit ball just sneaks through the outstretched glove, and absolute credit to Naz Robinson there for getting a glove on it. High schoolers showing that they can make some diving plays, just been a little bit out of reach. It's going to happen one of these times, though.
Lefty-lefty matchup as Cale Jensen steps in against Nelson, and the pitch is taken high for ball 1. Robinson, who tried to make that last play, he's a Hastings High grad playing for the 5 Points Bank team in the summer, and he's going to be going to McCook Community College, playing baseball for John Olson out there at the junior college level in southwest Nebraska. 1-0 delivery, and this one is drilled to right field, carrying pretty well, but the wind will hold that up. Runner tags at second and will advance. Man, Cale Jensen put a charge into it, but 84 degrees, wind's blowing in. Lazy fly ball.
Yeah, off the bat, you think, hold your breath for a little bit, metal bats, but yeah, like you said, the wind, and of course, the long walls at Duncan Field hold that one in, and gonna have to put just a little bit better of a swing on it if you want to get it close to the wall here today.
Josh Prenner, shortstop, steps in for the Hastings Sodbusters. He has an opportunity to hit here as he's up to 250 for a batting average. Had a pretty decent day in the doubleheader, went 2 for 5 as Hastings able to sweep the Plainsmen, and he takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes for Josh Prenner. 2 on, 2 outs, no score, bottom of the first, 7-inning contest. And Prenner fouls it away, 1-1. Just a great experience for both of these teams. So the Hastings Sodbusters, they get a chance to bring in these high school guys. Some of them still searching for colleges as they hit their senior year. And if they have a good experience today, who knows? There may be some potential future Sodbusters here playing on this Cornhusker League All-Star team. Pitch taken upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. And for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, playing against college guys and a facility like this, it's pretty neat. Cornhusker League, the Lincoln teams, Fremont and Norfolk said, nah, we don't want to do this anymore. And so this is why you've got the 5 Western teams, and they still wanted to play an all-star game, and what a perfect opportunity for both teams.
Yeah, just fortunate enough they could make something work, and like Kirby told us that, yeah, this was one of their first choices here, and I mean, how could you turn down an opportunity like this?
2-2 as the pitch from Nelson, just misses inside as the Cornhusker League All-Star fans in attendance wonders where. Jake Yeager, the home plate umpire today. 3-man crew here. And 3-2 the count on Josh Prenner. Runner from first goes, and this one hit pretty hard to center field, carrying well, but then running it down, Broxton Barrientos, the home Federal guy, and that'll do it for Hastings here in the first. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. We head to the second inning, no score at Sodbuster Baseball.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
We head to the second inning, the Hastings Sodbusters and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. As the Cornhusker League All-Stars will have Nick Conant, Jack Polk, and Cole Throckmorton up there against Luke Ray. Good inning for him. He's seen limited time pitching, but was able to get through that first inning, allowing just one hit and trying to kind of save the main dudes for a huge couple of series coming up. The Sodbusters going to be home to Spearfish the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then Casper coming in the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Those two teams are a combined 10-0 in the Independence League second half standings. Here comes Nick Conant. He's a Hastings guy, 5 Points Bank player. Graduated from Adams Central High School, and he is a student. UNL Mechanical Engineering, his potential major, and he's a pretty good baseball player, too. Probably could have played ball if he would have wanted. 412 for the summer season. 6 doubles, 19 runs batted in, 26 runs scored, and he's ahead in the count here. 2 balls and no strikes. Nick Conant. Good family of athletes. 2-0 pitch. Bouncing ball left side. It's right at Dino Morales. No problem with that. Throws over to Borkman, and there's one out here in the second inning. Dino Morales really opening eyes at third base. He's been very good this year at that position. Josh Printer at the shortstop spot. Drew Vega and Jack Borgman rounding out the infield. And here's Jack Polk. Polk out of North Platte plays for the FNBO national team, and he is going to play baseball at Southeast Community College. He'll be a freshman in the fall. Polk stands in against Ray, and this one hits to the left field side, and it's going to be dropped by Ryan Jarvis. The sun ate him up. I don't know if he actually got a glove on it. He was trying to battle it. He's got the sunglasses on, tried to hold the glove up, and just could never get a measure on it. And scooting into second base will be Jack Polk. I guess you would call it a double, a sun-aided double off the bat of Jack Polk. And the Cornhusker League All-Stars have something happening here in the second.
Perfectly described. Sun-aided double. That's exactly along the lines of what I would call it there. Yeah, Ryan had it off the bat initially, and then right when it peaked at its apex, lost it.
And first pitch swinging is Throckmorton. They'll throw to third as trying to advance is Polk, and he's going to be out. Josh Printer, good job getting it over to Dino Morales as Jack Polk kind of got caught in no man's land, and Printer, the right decision there. It goes 6-5 on the putout to get the lead run. Cole Throckmorton with a fielder's choice grounder. Didn't get a chance to tell you much about that catcher for Kearney, but .333 for him for the summer with 17 runs batted in. And now we'll see Jaden Techmeyer step in. He's one of the Hastings guys, and he is first pitch swinging. And this one's popped up on the infield. Techmeyer, who's headed to the University of Nebraska to major in landscaping, pops up to Drew Vega, the second baseman. And the Cornhusker League All-Stars gone quickly here in the second, despite the one-out double. As we head to the bottom half of inning number 2, no score between Hastings and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner, a friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Out for his second inning of work as the Hastings Sodbusters and the Cornhusker League All-Stars squaring off. It'll be Sato, Morales, and Borgman to go against Nelson, who battled his way through 24 pitches to get out of difficulty with 2 runners on for the Hastings Sodbusters. Cornhusker League All-Stars, a different format this year with none of the Lincoln teams playing. They used to play like an East-West game. You'd have 22 guys or so involved in it. But now they just pick the top 17 for the 5 teams remaining, and they get a chance to play the Hastings Sodbusters, a 7-inning aluminum bat game here at Duncan Field.
That's the highlight, aluminum bats. You know, we get to see the wood bats all the time, but can make some loud contact with those aluminum bats and cause some havoc here tonight. Not as quite as fun as banana ball here, Steve, but you know, it's a pretty close second so far in the season, and hope we do get to see some potential banana ball later.
Yamato Sato will step in for the Hastings Sodbusters. Yamato with a good day yesterday as he had a double, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored in the first game. The win over the Plainsmen, 7-1. The Sodbusters won the second game and come from behind fashion, 8-6. First pitch misses to Sato, 1 ball and no strikes. The Japanese player raising his batting average at 34 points to 184 yesterday with his multi-hit game. Bounces this one to the left side. Could be trouble. Shortstop fields deep in the hole. Long throw in time. That's why he's a Cornhusker League All-Star. That's Nick Conant going a long way and throwing it a long way to gun down Yamato Sato for the first out here in the second.
Yeah, Nick Conant, a big reason why Adams Central made their first state tournament appearance in school history. Did it all on offense, hitting almost over 500 during the spring season and having a very excellent summer as well. Just a really great all-around player. Disappointing that he's not going to be continuing his baseball career.
But mechanical engineering, he'll do fine. That's, he'll...
Now that I think about it, actually, his father is an assistant coach for the Adams Central team, and Nick said, you know what, I might, maybe I'll join the UNL travel team, the travel club.
Oh, yeah.
So that could be an option, too, because obviously it's hard to commit to a season of baseball as a mechanical engineer.
Dino Morales up there swinging it away. He's fouled a couple of pitches back. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dino Morales out of Panama City, Panama. Goes to York University, and he is batting .254 for the summer. 4 doubles, tied for first on the team in that category. 10 RBI, 10 runs scored, and he takes strike 3 here as Yeager rings him up. Cohen Nelson gets his first strikeout. 2 up, 2 down now for the Hastings Sodbusters here in the second.
High breaking ball in the top outside corner. That just never looks like a strike until the catcher catches it right at the top of the zone. Perfectly placed for the all-star starter.
Here's Jack Borgman playing first base today. Beautiful pitch. Drops in at the knees. No balls and a strike on Jack, who's batting .182. Played in the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. Went 0 for 2. Watches this one go by. It's a little bit low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Could be the final batter that Cohen Nelson faces if they go with plan A and if the Cornhusker League All-Stars get out of this with nobody on. 2 strikes now as Borgman takes it on the outside corner. 1 and 2 on Jack Borgman as we expected to see Cohen Nelson go 2 innings, and then everybody else is going to get an inning in this 7-inning contest. And the pitch just misses outside. The Cornhusker League All-Stars were heading for the dugout. 2 and 2 now on Jack Borgman. The Hastings Sodbusters math education major. He's going to Northeast Community College. And pops this one a mile high on the left side of the infield. Conant makes the call and makes the catch, and the Sodbusters gone quietly here in the second. No score between Hastings and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. We'll hear from Ryan Valenta when we come back on Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Quick chance to salute the umpires for today's game. We appreciate their service. Jake Yeager, Tim Stroman, Nate Williams, 3-man crew working this Cornhusker League All-Star game against the Hastings Sodbusters. And with the middle innings, here is Ryan Valenta.
Thank you, Steve. Pleasure being here on this day before Independence Day. Some pregame fireworks here for you at Duncan Field tonight. Not actual fireworks, but in the metaphorical sense, where you get to see the explosiveness, if you will, of all of these all-stars, high schoolers, and Sodbusters trying to show them a taste of what college baseball is like. Like we just mentioned, Tim Stroman, one of the umpires, the Adams Central High School baseball coach this year. He gave up being an umpire full time. We saw him a lot last year, but back in the black for Mr. Stroman today. It's good to see. Naz Robinson is the leadoff hitter for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes, as Luke Ray has missed with 3 straight to start off his outing. And like we mentioned, the Sodbusters will try and limit most of their pitching staff with a long home stretch coming up. Robinson takes strike 1, 3 balls and 1 strike to the Hastings High graduates. So we told you Robinson committed to McCook Community College, where he'll be playing his college baseball. Lines it into right field. That's a base hit in front of Sawyer Duddleston. And Robinson picks up the 3rd hit for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, their first time through the lineup.
Pretty cool for Naz. He's more of a pitcher. He's only hitting .254 for the summer season, but on the pitching mound, 2-1, a .78 ERA. I was thinking he was probably going to be more of a pitching-only guy, and darn if he's not on with nobody out in the top of the order coming up.
Robinson used pretty often for his infield in the spring for Hastings High, but has been used a little bit more as a pitcher here in the summer. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Caden Jonason. Jonason from North Platte. Next pitch to him is a curveball that's right down the middle for strike 2. North Platte having their first season as a spring baseball high school club this season. They'd been a summer team forever, but getting their first organized team at the high school level this year, where they had a pretty darn good season. Had some guys doing some good things for them. Now it's a 1 ball and 2 strike to Jonason. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time up. 1-2, fouled back to the screen. It remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the All-Stars, see who they bring out. I mean, we're still looking to see some subs. The Sodbusters have a little bit more of a luxury here because they runner goes. That one just skipped up there. Sato gets a body on it, but will not be able to throw out Naz Robinson, known for his speed as well. He's in scoring position with nobody out. Head coach for the Legion All-Stars is Kirby Wells of Grand Island Home Federal down at 3rd base. Hastings High and 5 Points Bank Legion head coach Blake Marquardt assisting down at 1st base. Also have Mitchell Kresnick of Grand Island and Jake and Josh Redmond, the brothers from Kearney. Full count pitch into right field. Pretty well struck. Racing back is Duddleston. Makes the catch. Robinson tags. The throw from right field is just a hair late. Robinson tags up on the fly ball and stands at 3rd base with 1 out.
Well struck by Jonason. Great base running from Robinson, knowing that it was going to be really tough to throw him out. And a fine throw for Sawyer Duddleston. Made it closer than I thought it was going to be, but now there's a runner at 3rd, less than 2 outs as the Cornhusker League All-Stars try to strike first.
Sawyer was backpedaling right till the last moment. Didn't really get a lot of momentum on the throw, but still made it very close. So Luke Ray having to work out of runner at 3rd with only 1 out. Taking strike 1 is Broxton Barrientos. He singled to start off the hitting for the ball game. In the first inning, he's 1 for 1. Low and away, good stop by Yamato Sato for ball 1.
And how good is Home Federal going to be? They're 24-9 this year. They have the All-Stars. 4 of them are all going to be back next year.
And a lot of guys just getting their last few games in as departing seniors. That's the case with the Hastings guys, at least. That one hits into right field in foul territory. Duddleston going over it will get out of play. Even if that is catchable for Duddleston, you can almost argue that you want to let that drop there because the runner at 3rd, Robinson, could tag and score the first run of the game. See that a lot late in games at the major league levels, but who knows if that could be the case or if that's even in the mind of these high schoolers and collegiate guys. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Barrientos. He sprays it into the center field. Racing on is Delgado. He makes the running catch. Robinson tags. Delgado's throw is way offline. And scoring the first run of the game is the Legion All-Stars, who take the 1-0 lead.
And I understand Delgado. No sense in hitting a cutoff man. Nobody else is on. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, and he just unleashed it.
Well, if he was about 30 feet backwards, that might have been right on the money, but unfortunately that one hit the backstop on the fly. So now bases empty, a 1-0 lead for the Cornhusker Legion All-Stars. And it goes over to Bryce Anderson. So Broxton Barrientos paying dividends early, a single in the first and a sac fly. Anderson into deep left field. Jarvis still on his horse. He won't get there. An opposite field extra base hit for Anderson, who hits the bag at second. Jarvis finally digs it out and holds the Kearney native to a loud 2-out double.
Anderson, 375 coming into the week, so he certainly can swing it for this Kearney squad, and he also has 9 doubles and gets a double here that won't count as an official stats, and now the All-Stars trying to add another.
Well, that was definitely not a traditional approach by your normal left-handed hitter, going to the opposite field twice in both of his at-bats and beating the defense there for a double. Popped softly in the air, Delgado waving everybody off, and he's got it in center field as Bentley Willison flies out on the first pitch he sees, but the damage is done. The Cornhusker Legion All-Stars break open the scoring here at Duncan Field. They lead it 1-0. Sodbusters will try to respond in the home half of the third after this.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Back at Duncan Field for the Cornhusker Legion All-Star Game, where they have a 1-0 lead over the Hastings Sodbusters, thanks to an RBI hit in the last inning from the Grand Island product Broxton Barrientos. And next, the Legion All-Stars will send out a new arm in relief of Cohen Nelson. They will stay with the Grand Island guy. It'll be Ethan Kostler. He's going to be a senior at Grand Island Senior High, a two-way player for Grand Island Home Federal this summer. Done pretty good at the plate, a 283 average, but it's his numbers on the mounds that absolutely stand out to you. 4-0 record, .44 ERA, only 2 earned runs in 32 innings pitched for Grand Island Home Federal, 30 strikeouts to 12 walks. A big reason why they have won 24 of their games so far this summer. So for the Sodbusters, it's Alexiel Delgado, Drew Vega, and Ryan Jarvis. And a funny little story, you know how the Sodbusters usually do the beer batter for the opposing team. They're doing the beer batter for their own team tonight, and Alexiel Delgado is the beer batter. So reduced price, discounted drinks here at Duncan Field if Delgado strikes out, but it doesn't look like he will. It's in foul territory, a long run, and the wind will actually push it farther out of play, so Delgado gets a new chance. Thought off the bat to have at least one guy be able to get there in foul territory, but instead it's a loud strike one.
And I think if I'm doing this, I'd say give him the reduced price beer if he gets a hit. It's our guy. I mean, that's you know.
Got to have fun with an all-star game, I guess.
I'm not in management, so yeah, I'd think, hey, okay, if he gets a single.
Alexiel Delgado batting just 177 on the summer season. He sprays it foul to the, and yep, there's the sarcastic cheer by the Duncan Field faithful rooting against their own player here.
No, it was the dugout. The dugout was cheering for his strike, too, so they are totally on Alexio Delgado.
Guys, I hate to tell you, but you cannot redeem this offer, at least not yet. Delgado sprays it out of play to the right side to stay alive, 1-2.
Yeah, they're having a good time down there. Yeah, when strike 2 happened, all the guys at the fence, led by Borgman, I think, yeah, strike 2. So, yes, they are rousing their own guys. This is not a regular season game. We're just having some fun tonight.
Love it. 1-2 pitch to Delgado. Off the fist, softly hit to Conan at shortstop. Barehand, throw over to first. Safe as the first baseman, Anderson, pulled his foot off the bag. I believe the throw was in time, but Anderson, trying to stretch just a little bit more, pulled his foot, and should go down as an infield single for Alexio Delgado.
That is a high-level play right there. And if he weren't going to major in mechanical engineering, you certainly think he could play some college ball. A very high-level play for Nick Conant for the Cornhusker League All-Stars.
Now, if I'm Nick Conant next inning, I'm talking to the first base umpire, also my high school coach, saying, what the heck, coach? Come on, that was such a good play. You got to call him out there. Fouling the first pitch back. Back to the top of the order for the Sodbusters is Drew Vega. Drew Vega, as we mentioned, the top average, 360 coming into today's games with unofficial stats today. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy will face another pitch from Ethan Kostler and lofts it into the air. Short center field coming on Barrientos off the tip of his glove and kicks it away. And Delgado will be safe at second base. A tough play for the Grand Island center fielder, and that will allow the Sodbusters to have first and second with nobody out.
The way the wind pushed it was almost a straightaway right field by the time it got there, and I'm not sure that Caden Jonason wouldn't have had an easier play on it. Barrientos couldn't bring it in, and now the Sodbusters a big chance here in the third.
So according to the scoreboard, it was ruled as an error on Barrientos. The first error of the game for either side goes against the Cornhusker Legion All-Stars, but they still hold the lead for the moment, 1-0. Ryan Jarvis is going to try to change that, though. He's had a lot of success at the plate in the Plainsman games last night. Gets a piece of it, and Kostler ahead in the counts, 0-2. That Grand Island Home Federal team, by far the best of the Legion teams here, closely behind North Platte's. They played a lot more games. North Platte's only won 2 less games, but have lost 7 more games than Grand Island. Jarvis down in the count, 0-2. First and second, nobody out. Fouls it back. It's still 0-2. Still just weird. I mean, was here calling you and I, Steve, we're here, and you and the Grand Island and Aurora too, calling high school games. So, but even just with the summer, just hearing the tink of the metal bats. Interesting sound here tonight. Double steal on the move. Throckmorton's throw down is high, and Delgado keeps the bag. Slid past it, but able to keep the hand on the bag. A double steal puts 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Now a great chance for the Sodbusters to gain the lead. They trail at 1-0, and with a left-handed hitter up there, easier throw for the catcher, but good job for the Sodbusters.
Kostler still ahead. Ground ball to the right side. Should get a run home. It does. Ground ball goes to first. There's the first out of the inning, but the first run of the inning. The Sodbusters get the run right back on an RBI groundout from the Saginaw Valley State product, Ryan Jarvis.
Good fundamental baseball there as the Sodbusters get a single, an error, double steal, get that runner to third base, and Jarvis not trying to do too much. Now tie ball game, and Sodbusters would take something similar out of Sawyer Duddleston.
It's a big double steal there, as if they don't pull that off, that could have been a 4-6-3 double play perhaps. And even if the double steal doesn't happen, the Sodbusters do not get a run home there. 0-1 pitch to Sawyer Duddleston, cracked into center. Barrientos is right there. Runner tags at third and comes home. The throw from center is off target and late. RBI sac fly for Sawyer Duddleston. Drew Vega crosses the dish. And the Sodbusters have their first lead of the game, 2-1, here in the home half of the third.
Really good baseball. Again, Sawyer Duddleston just looking for something to drive right there, thinking sac fly and getting it done. And Hastings getting the single and the error, get the guys in scoring position and get them home.
So Sodbusters now with the lead. 2 runs charged to Ethan Kostler, who had been excellent in the summer season. He had only allowed 2 earned runs coming into today's game, and unofficially 2 earned runs in just this inning alone. So the Sodbusters crack him here in the third. Big swing and a miss. A nasty breaking ball from Kostler there to get Cale Jensen out in front, 0-2. Cale Jensen with his second year as the Sodbusters grounds one softly. It'll be back to Kostler, who collects it and lobs it over to first for the third out of the inning. But the Sodbusters take the lead 2-1. They do it on just the benefit of 1 hit in the inning. A couple of stolen bases and an error gives the Sodbusters the 1-run advantage. We'll be right back with the 4th inning on Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
3 innings in the books here at Duncan Field. You're watching the Cornhusker League Legion All-Star Game with 5 teams from the Cornhusker League. Kearney, Hastings, Grand Island, North Platte, and Columbus here showing off their best summer baseball players against college-level baseball players here for the Hastings Sodbusters. Sodbusters getting their 2 runs in the 3rd inning. And correction made, good point out by Steve over the break, with the error in center field. Both of those runs charged to Ethan Kostler unearned rather than earned. Nick Conant, the Adams Central product, is swinging first pitch into shallow center field, and Josh Printer makes the shoulder-high catch for the first out of the inning. And Nick Conant 0 for 2.
For the most part, it feels like it's 3-2 slow-pitch softball. I mean, these Cornhusker League All-Stars are going up, swinging at that first pitch, and Lou Gray, for the most part, is throwing strikes, doing exactly what you should do here at Duncan Field.
Big swing and no contact for Jack Polk. Second batter of the inning, one of the North Platte guys. 3 guys each representing the teams of Kearney, Hastings, North Platte, and Columbus, and then Grand Island with 5 guys on the roster. And say, well, why do they get 2 extra guys? Well, they're the best team out of everybody, so give them a couple extra guys, why don't you?
Winning the regular season title by 2 games over Hastings.
Look out. That one over and behind the head of Polk as fastball from Murray slips out of his hands. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jack Polk. North Platte's senior baseball team, the FNBO Nationals. They've got a record of 22-16. That one just misses. Sato tried to sell the call there to home plate umpire Jake Yeager, who said not quite. Count even at 2 apiece. Out of play to the right side. Count remains the same. Sodbusters still with their normal defense, but with a lot of guys on this Cornhusker League All-Star team. Expect to see some substitutions here pretty soon. Kind of like the Major League All-Star game. Usually you give your starters half the playing time. Play them innings 1 through 4 or 5, and then put in your subs offensively and defensively for the rest of the game. In the air, right field. Duddleston comes in and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. A lot of fly balls here today, and with the wind blowing, we've seen, and the sun shining too, we've seen chaos on a couple of them, but for the most part, the defense adjusting nicely.
Pitching coach Danny Weiser has to be pleased with what Luke Ray has given him. I think they were thinking maybe 2 innings, and here we are in the 4th, and he just continues to throw strikes. Still hasn't thrown much over 45 pitches.
First pitch into the Kearney catcher Cole Throckmorton. Takes it for strike 1. You know, for traditionally, catchers are either very light-hitting guys or they're big sluggers. You would think by the looks of Throckmorton, he's a light-hitting guy. Not the case. Chops that one softly down the third base side. Morales does not have a play as it trickles foul. Throckmorton hitting .333 in the summer for Kearney. 2 triples, 6 doubles, 17 runs driven home. The Kearney Misco sports teams, they're tied with the Columbus Cornerstone Insurance team in record, 14-11. Swing and a miss. High breaking ball. Throckmorton swings through it. And the first strikeout for Luke Ray tonight comes in the 4th inning. And the Legion All-Stars are set down in order 1, 2, and 3. Coming up, Busters in the bottom of the 4th inning after this.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Bottom of the 4th, Busters still in front 2-1. Both runs, both teams rather, scoring in the 3rd inning. Cornhusker All-Stars with 1 off a Broxton Barrientos sacrifice fly, and then the Sodbusters getting 2 in their previous at-bats with an RBI ground out from Ryan Jarvis and an RBI sac fly from Sawyer Duddleston. So still technically no RBI hits today. Just sacrifices so far. A couple of defensive changes that we have tracked up for the moment. Keaton Watchhorn, the North Platte FNBO guy, he is trading places in center fielder with Grand Island's Broxton Barrientos. And then Sam Dinkelman of Grand Island will take the place of Nick Conant of Hastings 5 Points Bank of shortstop. Bryce Anderson still at first, Jack Polk still at second, Naz Robinson still at third, Cole Throckmorton still catching confirmed. And we believe that there's one more.
Bentley Willison, who was the DH, is now playing left field. So he has come in as a position player.
So he subs in for Jaden Techmeyer.
Well, he's still in the game. He was the DH before, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's probably still in the
on defense for now,
right,
but we'll probably see him back in the lineup again.
Yeah.
So the Sodbusters, they are middle part of the order coming up here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Ethan Kostler of Grand Island still on the mound. He pitched the 3rd inning, allowed 2 unearned runs on only 1 hit and an error on his defense. Josh Printer is ahead in the count 3-0, 3 straight misses from Grand Island Home Federal's Ethan Kostler. Going to be a senior at Grand Island Senior High. 3-0 pitch, way inside, a 4-pitch walk to Josh Printer. He reaches base. And a leadoff guy on for the 3rd out of the last 4 innings for the Sodbusters.
Pretty well played game to this point. Sodbusters trying to add a little insurance. Good fundamentals last inning. We'll see what they ask Sato to do here. He's got new shoes. I don't remember those black and white, almost space-type shoes.
They do look pretty clean. I would not be surprised. First pitch from Kostler to Sato. He fouls it off of the knob of the bat. Unfortunate there. That one was high and in on the hands, and Sato didn't mean to, but got a piece of it with the aluminum. Almost had the lumber. You got to be careful today. Guys not really using lumber today. All aluminum bats here in this Cornhusker League All-Star game. Wood bats still are permitted, but pretty much everybody so far, unless anybody's heard otherwise, pretty much been hearing the tink of metal bats so far today. Yamato Sato bats with a 1-1 count. Printer at first. Pitch upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Another change for the Legion All-Stars, now playing right field. It's Jace Blattner, a Kearney guy, in there.
All right. Usually we have our game changer to tell us everything. Well, with this being an unofficial game, no game changer today. Sato grounds it foul past the third base line. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sato, one of the guys who hasn't been super successful at the plate, but has seen his average slightly improve as of recent. Took him 6 games to get his first hit as a sodbuster as he swings and misses. Actually gets a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Throckmorton. And that's the first out of the inning. Sato down on strikes.
And Josh Printer took off about 3 seconds before Kostler pitched it. He was almost standing at second as the pitch left Kostler's hand.
Well, runner in scoring position. Sodbusters, when they've had runners on, they've gotten them in scoring position so far. First pitch is just a bit upstairs to Dino Morales. Good interview from Dino, done by Steve Stein. You can check out all of our Sodbuster spotlights on our Sodcast on Spotify. That one just misses 2. Dino ahead 2-0. Dino, a native of Panama. And he has gotten a lot of opportunities to play around the world. Super cool, and does a pretty darn good job for the York University baseball team at the plates. Like we've told you earlier in the season, not a pitcher at York University, but has shown his arm here. The Sodbusters, wouldn't be surprised to see him get maybe some time on the mound for them this spring. The 3-0 pitch just misses outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Dino Morales. It's 2 on with 1 out.
Sodbusters do have action behind their starter, Luke Ray. We'll see if they end up going into their pen. We didn't expect Luke really to even go this far, so kind of a bonus for the Sodbusters being able to save some arms.
Everybody, well, Sodbusters at least have a tomorrow off, like last year. That one just misses to Jack Borgman. A lot of very, very close misses for Ethan Kostler this inning. Doesn't look like he's missing by much. First and second, 1 outs. Jack Borgman, the batter. And again, that one just misses. And Kostler with a long look in. Perhaps feeling like he's getting squeezed. 2-0 pitch to Borgman. Big cut and a miss. 2-1. Borgman, one of the brave souls that chooses not to wear the batting gloves. Has his red and white metal bats with it today. And he launches that pretty well to right field. Over is the new right fielder, Jace Blattner, makes the catch. Tagging at second and advancing to third is Josh Printer. And he makes it safely. It's first and third with 2 outs.
See if Alexio Delgado can get a run home here with the Sodbusters on top 2-1, and it looks like there is going to be a pinch hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters.
It is indeed a pinch hitter from number 13 to number 14, Kyle Hiltbrand, Tascadero, California native, Western Oregon college product, looking for his next stop. He's swinging first pitch down the right field line, but it will carry out of play for strike 1. Wind playing a pretty big factor in today's contest, blowing in not horrendously, but pretty steadily in from center field, straight in. If you're hoping to see maybe a home run or two with the metal bats here, sorry, probably not going to happen. Runner on the move to second base, and Morales steals it. And Kyle Hiltbrand down to the count 0-2, and he is the honorary beer batter now since Delgado out of the lineup, and Hiltbrand takes high for ball 1. I mean, we're having fun here. That's just hilarious that the Sodbusters are deciding to pick on their own players. 1-2 pitch into the turf. Good block by Throckmorton to keep it in front. Makes it now 2-2. Hiltbrand getting here a little bit later in the season, just like he did last year. He's only played in 9 games so far for the Sodbusters. Fouls that straight back. Count remains at 2 apiece.
Yeah, the fans are not for him. They are. Beer is more important than the Sodbuster success today. Yeah, they were. Oh, he fouled it back.
Somebody, they've got some people have their priorities straight by their standards.
I suppose.
2-2. Check swing did not go. They checked down to first base. Oh, Tim, come on. Oh, the runner coming home, and he's safe. Josh Printer just stole home. He catches the Legion All-Stars napping and perhaps a little bit of drama. And the Sodbusters have a run in the blink of an eye. And Hiltbrand to the right side. Grabbing it is the second baseman, Jack Polk, just in time to first. And how about the base running by Josh Printer? Steals a run after they check down to first on the appeal. And it's 3-1 as we go to the 5th inning. The Sodbusters get that run on no hits and a couple of stolen bases by Josh Printer. 3-1, 5th inning coming up.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil. Tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris. Plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Top of the 5th inning, the Sodbusters stealing a run in the bottom half of the 4th inning. A chance to watch our live stream replay. Josh Printer leading off third base. Knew he had his chance the whole time. The second, they called it no swing on the appeal down to first. Cole Throckmorton, the second it left the catcher's hand. Printer sprinted home and almost made it home before the ball was back in the pitcher, Ethan Kostler's glove. So Sodbusters pulling out some bags of tricks. Love to see that here in this Legion All-Star game. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters. It is the left-hander, Xander Hardy. Hardy is going to be making his 6th appearance for the Sodbusters this summer. In his 5 official games, no record. Excuse me, he does have a win. He picked up the win against the Prospects on June 22nd. 7 runs, 5 earned, 8 walks, and only 4 strikeouts. So Hardy will be tasked to eat up some innings. Then we may see some new guys for the Sodbusters on the mound. Jaden Techmeyer will be the first to bats in the top of the 5th inning. It's 8, 9, and 1 scheduled up. Techmeyer re-entering in the batting lineup. He was subbed out for a defensive replacement, Bentley Willison of Columbus in the last inning. He faces a 1-1 count to Xander Hardy. The lefty delivers. Techmeyer cuts through it. Awesome story for the Adams Central senior. Started in every game throughout his high school career for the Adams Central Patriots. That one just misses. That looked pretty good. Maybe a makeup call for last inning. Who's to say, though? This is an all-star game. We're not worrying too much about it. Looked good, but called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Techmeyer. Down low, and oh, I thought that got the home plate umpire, Jake Yeager, thought he was about to tumble over in pain, but no, he was just going down to grab the baseball, so that's okay. 3 balls, 2 strike counts. Xander Hardy trying to put away Techmeyer. It's right back up the middle, a sharp single by the Adams Central graduate, Jaden Techmeyer, with a leadoff single and the 5th hit of the game for the Cornhusker Legion All-Stars.
Techmeyer's so good, not only at baseball, outstanding football player, turned into a really good quarterback his senior year, and could play basketball, too, for that fine Adams Central program.
That Adams Central team making deep runs in the postseason in all three sports, the main sports, if you will, football, basketball, and baseball to be specific. So after the leadoff single, it's Naz Robinson. Takes just a little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes. Robinson, Hastings High guy, playing with the 5 Points Bank of Hastings Summer Legion team. They've had an up and down season. That was headed for the shoe tops of Robinson, who skips out of the way. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Robinson, one of the guys going to be continuing his collegiate career in the baseball world out in McCook, southwest Nebraska. 3-0 pitch right down the gut for strike 1. Still a hitter's count with Techmeyer still at first. Hastings High team made it to districts, but ended up losing both of their games to end their season in the spring. Robinson works the 5-pitch walk, back-to-back base runners for the Legion All-Stars here in the top of the 5th inning. Now back to the top of the order, and we'll see a defensive replacement come in as his first at-bat. It's Jace Blattner. Blattner from Kearney, plays for the Misco Sports Seniors. Blattner had an excellent spring season, having a good summer season as well. .400 average for Misco Sports.
And Jace is going to enjoy playing at this field as he has signed to play baseball at Hastings. So he is going to be getting used to a lot of Duncan Field magic over the next 4 years.
Very cool. Again, Hastings College will be looking for a new head coach, as they currently are. A 1 pitch. Blattner lines it into center field in front of Kyle Hiltbrand. Wings it in quickly. They'll go station to station. 3 consecutive base runners. And the hit comes with nobody out for Jace Blattner. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Legion All-Stars.
Now we're going to see a guy who came in defensively, Keaton Watchhorn, come to the plate. So guys getting their first cracks at it and doing a good job against Xander Hardy. Hardy trying to minimize the damage here with the bases loaded, nobody out, and no action behind him at this point.
Keaton Watchhorn, one of the replacements on the team. He fills in for a fellow Columbus teammate. That one skips away from Sato, but not far enough for any runners to advance.
And Watchhorn going to be playing college ball at William Penn.
Time called. The Sodbuster shortstop, Josh Printer, coming in to talk some sense into his reliever. Perhaps maybe setting up a play of some sort. Saw Printer get tricky as stealing home just last inning. See if the Sodbusters have anything up their sleeve defensively to get out of this bases-loaded jam. Pitch to Watchhorn is fouled right by the Sodbuster dugouts, and down goes the yellow jersey, kind of comically falling over there. Some giggles down there. Looks like yesterday's starter Dalton Juden sprawling out too. Well, Dalton, that's what happens when you're sitting outside the dugout. Pickoff throw to second, and there is that pickoff play that we thought might be coming, but back in safely is Jaden Techmeyer. Excuse me, that's Naz Robinson at second base. Jaden Techmeyer's at third, Robinson at second, Jace Blattner at first, Keaton Watchhorn the batter. High and away for ball 2. The Columbus Legion team, 14-11 their summer season so far. They're tied with Kearney for the least games played so far. Swinging and missing is Watchhorn for strike 2. Still nobody out. Busters clinging to a 2-run lead here in the 5th inning of this 7-inning contest exhibition game. 2-2, foul back. So the Legion All-Stars getting a little bit of the rest of their team, and they've still got plenty of guys on the bench, but figure some of them will be relegated to just pitching appearances if they need to come in. Popped out of play, and again another foul ball for Keaton Watchhorn. Bases loaded, nobody out. Sodbusters trying to get their way into a miracle here. Corners are slightly in for the defense. Middle infielders playing up the middle for a double play. 2-2, back foot breaking ball, misses the zone. It's now full, and no place to put Watchhorn with the bases loaded. No action in the Sodbuster bullpen yet for Hardy. Payoff pitch. Downstairs for ball 4, an RBI walk for Keaton Watchhorn, who drives home the second run of the game. And it's now a 3-2 game, bases still juiced with nobody out.
Here comes Scott Galusha out to try to settle Xander Hardy. Hardy like to at least get him an inning here. There are plenty of options, as we had a list of 5 or 6 guys who potentially could pitch today, and that was kind of under the impression that Luke Ray would only go 2. Luke going 4 gives this Sodbuster pitching staff a lot more flexibility to still keep your main guys ready to go for the huge series coming up between Spearfish and Casper.
While the Sodbuster bullpen remains empty, we've got one guy down there, Brendan Wabick, in shorts, working on his short game with the sand wedge out there.
Yesterday was hacky sack. Kind of a loose bullpen, you think? They just,
it is.
Yeah, they're characters.
Got to figure that Wabick's keeping his rest up for other appearances he may be making here at Duncan Field this weekend. Well, after the visit, it's still bases loaded with nobody out, and Bryce Anderson steps up. He had a booming double in the 3rd inning, but was left stranded. Hardy pitches outside for ball 1. Anderson, the Kearney native, 375 at the dish, 3 dingers in the summer season. That one just a bit outside. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Hardy still chugging along, struggling to find the strike zone. Big swing and a miss. Went to the off speed on a 2-0 count, and Anderson swings over it. Well, that's got to put a question mark into the mind of Bryce Anderson as, what the heck is he doing throwing me a breaking ball with a 2-0 count? Does it again and finds the zone this time. Anderson looks at strike 2.
Guy looking to find his command. He has found it on that one. I would try to throw that one again, although is Anderson going to be ready?
I'm going to say if you're Anderson, you got to think, well, he's thrown me 2 strikes on breaking pitches. Probably looking for another one here and maybe spoil a fastball if it comes. Spiked, not close. Now a full count pitch. Ball 4 means a tie game here. Still nobody out. Sodbusters trying to keep this a close game in any way they can. Hardy's payoff. Ground ball foul. What a snag over there. Barehanded snag by Cohen Nelson on the short hop there. Staying engaged after his inning on the mound.
And if you're the pitching coach, which hand did you catch that with, buddy? Caught it with his right. He's a left-handed thrower.
Yep,
so.
I was going to say, caught it with his glove hand.
Uh-huh.
Payoff again. Strike 3 called. Anderson caught looking a high and tight breaking ball. Huge strikeout for Xander Hardy for the first out of the inning.
And I think it was the right call. We'd seen a relatively small zone, but it certainly looked like a strike too close to take. And now it's going to be another pinch hitter as we get a chance to see another Grand Island guy, Gabe Ruiz, for the first time today.
Grand Island home Federal guy, 345 in the summer, 2 home runs, 6 doubles, 21 runs, batted in. Pickoff throw to third, and that one's not close, and Dino Morales not really expecting it. Not too far off the bag was Naz Robinson. Sodbusters with a big strikeout to get their first out of the inning. Now a pitch away from somehow getting out of this with the lead. Ruiz takes downstairs, and tight zone tonight for Jake Yeager, but very, very consistent, I would say, for both sides.
And does this guy look like he's going to be a junior in high school? He's pretty well built. He's going to be a junior at Northwest, so youngster.
Junior in college, maybe.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, Gabe Ruiz, it's a big boy up there. But he's ahead in the count, 2-1 as he swings and misses at the first pitch. Way outside, 3 balls and a strike. Action now in the Sodbuster bullpen. Creighton Jacobitz is getting loose for a potential relief appearance. But you'd like to get Hardy at least through this inning. He has not yet pitched a full inning. 3-1. Popped in the air. That's playable for Duddleston in right field. Runner waiting to tag. Duddleston makes the catch. The throw home is in time. Catch it and throw him out at home. Robinson can't believe it. He thought he got his hand in there. An outfield assist for Sawyer Duddleston. And somehow the Sodbusters escape the 5th inning with the lead. What a double play turned by the home squad. Saying, watch this, guys. Here's what we got. It's still 3-2. The All-Stars get one, but still trail by 1. Busters with the momentum in the bottom of the 5th.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
Back at Duncan Field, the Sodbusters pulling off a disappearing act in the top of the 5th inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. The Legion All-Star team can only put across 1 run. And they even did so with bases loaded, nobody out still. The Sodbusters allowed the 1 run, still had bases loaded, nobody out, a strikeout, and then a 9-3 double play. Sawyer Duddleston makes the catch. Gabe Ruiz flying out to right field, and then with the hose, gunning down Naz Robinson at the plate to keep it a 1-run lead for the Sodbusters. New arm on the mound for the Legion All-Star team. It's Alex Griffith of Columbus. Plays for the Cornerstone Insurance Legion team, and he'll have a new battery mate as well. It's North Platte's Dean McIntyre. Left-hander's first pitch coming across to the top of the order in Drew Vega. Vega with a hit in his first plate appearance, reached on an error and scored the second run of the Sodbuster inning in the 3rd. 1-1 from the lefty. The breaking ball just misses outside, 2-1.
Griffith's really been good in the summer. 4-0, a 1.60 ERA, allowing only 10 earned runs on 28 hits. So 4 of the 14 wins for Columbus in this guy's column.
And how about 45 strikeouts to 14 walks? That is a excellent number and reason these guys are playing in this game. In the bottom of the 5th of this 7-inning exhibition game, here's the 3-1. On the ground to the right side. Jack Polk over at second, guns it over to Bryce Anderson at first for the first out. 1 up, 1 down, Drew Vega, 1 for 3.
Griffith getting college interest as he's going to be taking his skills on to Dakota Wesleyan.
Ryan Jarvis, the next batter for the Hastings Sodbusters. Busters making their 3rd time through the lineup now after Vega bats. Pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Ryan Jarvis is 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out, which also drove home a run. Fouls it off, down in the count, 0-2. From what we can tell so far, defense remaining the same for right now. Run that over for you real quick after the 0-2 pitch. Just missed. Looked like Catcher McIntyre is getting out of his stance, ready to throw it around the horn, but just misses. Well, now here's a 1-2 pitch. Down low. Again, the defense from left to right field. Bentley Willison, Keaton Watchhorn, and Jace Blattner. From third to first, Naz Robinson, Sam Dinkelman, Jack Polk, and Bryce Anderson. 2-2, and ouch. That one got him on the shoulder. Jarvis hit by the pitch, and he'll go to first base with 1 out.
Fun baseball so far, very entertaining, as we've seen maybe a lack of control at times and a small strike zone, but very competitive between these Legion All-Stars and the Hastings Sodbusters.
Definitely a college or professional level strike zone, to say the least, for tonight. Jarvis leads away from first and delivers strike 1. It's Sawyer Duddleston making his third appearance. Singled in the first and sacrificed a run in the third. Good day for Sawyer so far. Line drive, another hit for Duddleston. Jarvis hits the bag at second. He'll make it to third. Duddleston throws on the brakes with a wide turnaround first. It's a single for Duddleston, and the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy continues to stay hot with a couple of hits tonight.
Yep, 2 for 2, sac fly, RBI, and the defensive play of the night, maybe of the season for the Hastings Sodbusters. A 9-2 putout, a double play to end the top half of the fifth.
Well, the Sodbusters looking for some more runs now. Another run waits 90 feet away. Runners at the corners. Cale Jensen, the batter. He takes a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. Alex Griffith in the middle 70s range on the fastball, about 75, 76 with his heater. 0-1 to Jensen, popped out of play. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
Feel like you feed him like a college guy, get him in the weight room, and with his big frame, I would think he is going to be pretty solid before he's down at Dakota Wesleyan.
Plenty of time to develop guys at the college level. It's a wonder how those coaches can transform them. Jensen gets a piece of it on top of the All-Star dugouts. 0-2. Jensen's had a little bit slower of a summer by his standards. 239 average for the Sodbusters. Faces an 0-2 count. Just nubs it foul, and it stays behind the plate for a foul ball. Just a week ago, Cale Jensen, a 139 batting average after last night's game, with 4 hits between the 2 games, has raised it all the way up to 239. Pitch in the turf, runner goes. Duddleston steals the bag at second. Got 2 on the pond now with 1 out. Sodbusters, a team that's been caught stealing quite a bit this season, as a matter of fact. Coming into last night's game, they had been caught 15 times in 50 chances. Jensen crushes one to right. Going back is the right fielder, Blattner. Still going back, finally makes the catch. Both runners tag, and one will score. And the Sodbusters do get that run back from the All-Stars. It's now a 4-2 game. Another hard hit ball by Cale Jensen. It records an out, but it gets home a run.
Yep, 2 deep flies to right field for Cale Jensen. This one much more productive as the Sodbusters push the lead back to 4-2.
Ryan Jarvis crosses the dish. Sawyer Duddleston goes to third. And Josh Printer will try to get home the 5th run with 2 outs. Instead, he'll foul it off to the right side, 0-1. Josh Printer playing his spring baseball at Houston Christian. Out of Division I eligibility, but still looking for one more year, perhaps, somewhere else. Big swing and a miss. Griffith threw him the hook there, and Printer swings over the top of it. It's now an 0-2 count. Sodbusters increasing their hit total to just 4 with the Sawyer Duddleston single just a few moments ago. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Sodbusters, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Legion All-Stars. Long look in, Griffith finally delivers, and Printer lays off the high fastball. It's 1-2. watching Sodbuster Baseball on YouTube. Appreciate you joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. Printer into the outfield, a base hit. That drives home the 5th run of the game. Couple of crooked numbers for the Sodbusters. Took them a few innings to get going, but Sodbusters now have 5 on the board in just the last 3 innings. RBI single, Josh Printer.
Sodbusters are going to go to the bench here. Looks like Luke Ray's going to get a chance to swing the bat.
Well, after pitching 4 strong innings on the mound, give him a chance. Into right field, Blattner coming on, makes the chest-high catch. Luke Ray is retired on his first pitch that he sees. And the Sodbusters strike for 2 more. They increase their lead to 5-2. 2 innings left here. Sodbusters lead it. All-Stars coming up in the 6th.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Well, the Sodbusters have had the sun disappear on them here in the late going at Duncan Field, but the offense not going with it. 5 runs in the past 3 innings. They now enjoy a 5-2 lead over the Cornhusker League Legion All-Stars. And they're going to see a few new guys come to bat this inning. Steve Stein will tell you about them and bring us home for the final 2 innings.
Sam Dinkelman will start things off. He came in defensively, gets his first at bat of the day. Another Grand Island guy hitting .313 for the summer. He's homered, he's tripled, 4 doubles, 21 runs batted in. He'll be a senior at Northwest High School in Grand Island, one of the 5 home Federal players to go along with 3 from all of the other teams in this Cornhusker League All-Star team, and he swings and fouls it away. No balls and a strike. Great escape act for Xander Hardy last inning. Allowed 2 hits, walked 2, and somehow got out of that with only 1 run allowed. They kept the lead and then added 2 more in the 5th, and now we're in the final 2 innings of this one. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. 30 pitches thrown in that inning and allowed only 1 run. There's left-handed action behind him. We may see Creighton Jacobitz next. We'll see. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch is just missing. Jake Yeager has drawn the ire of pitchers today a little bit, but he has been consistent on both sides. Tim Stroman and Nate Williams, the other umpires for this 3-man crew for this Cornhusker League All-Star game. Beauty right over the plate there on the curveball, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sam Dinkelman. Batting in the 5 hole now in his first plate appearance of the day for the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Home Federal, the regular season champs. They'll try to win the postseason game against Hastings next Wednesday, as this one skied foul down in the bullpen area for the Hastings Sodbusters. Home Federal 7-1. Hastings finished 2 games back. The only team to beat Home Federal was Kearney, as those 2 teams went 4 hours long. It was like 14 innings, 3-2, and a wild game. That was Home Federal's only loss in the regular season. And most of these teams will be involved in A7 area tournament competition at the end of the year out in Scotts Bluff. 2-2 pitch, bounced foul. You'll have Home Federal, Hastings, Kearney, and North Platte all involved in that area tournament. Columbus will be in the A6, I believe. 2-2 the count. Xander Hardy trying to get one by Dinkelman here in the top half of the 6th, and does so. Swing and a miss at one of the dirt. Have to complete the strikeout, throw down to first, and Dinkelman goes down on strikes in his plate appearance here in the Cornhusker League All-Star game. As we will see Jack Polk come to the plate. He has a double to his credit. 1 for 2 on the day for Jack Polk, the North Platte guy, who's going to be a freshman at Southeast Community College in the fall. Taking his baseball on. Matthias Kroll has come into the game as the catcher for the Hastings Sodbusters, giving Yamato Sato the rest of the night off. He had Luke Ray bat in that spot for Sato, and we will, until we hear differently, put Kroll in that spot of the batting order. And here's a bouncing ball to Tyler Welch. Welch, the third baseman now, and he'll throw over to Borkman for the out there. So a fresh chance there for the Hastings Sodbusters. Tyler Welch, as he comes in defensively and handles his first chance in fine fashion to throw out Jack Polk. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. Now we should have Dean McIntyre, we believe, batting from the right side. He came in as the catcher spot. Bouncing ball right side. That's going to be picked up by Borgman. He'll step on the bag. Good job for Xander Hardy. Nice bounce back inning after he battled his way through the 5th. How about 1, 2, 3 in the 6th? Sodbusters lead it 5-2 as we'll be back for the bottom half of the 6th. This is Sodbuster Baseball. Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Hastings Sodbusters will try to add on more. They lead it by a score of 5-2. Tyler Welch came in defensively for Dino Morales, who'll get his first at bat of the day. He's an Arizona guy playing at Hastings College, hitting .267. Better at home than on the road. .316 in his home games this year for Tyler Welch. He struggled last night, saw that batting average slip a little bit. He, at one point this year, had the top on-base percentage on the squad. That has been erased and taken away by a teammate at this point for the Hastings Sodbusters, as Sawyer Duddleston has a .461 on-base percentage to top the Hastings Sodbusters. Back to regular season competition on Friday, as the Sodbusters going to be home to Spearfish. Come on out. You want to see some fun baseball if you're in the Hastings area. Spearfish in town, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then Casper. All Casper's done this year is go 24-4, and the Sodbusters play them 7 times in a row. So are they going to be contending for a playoff spot? We will find out in the next 10 games. Here we go. Welch at the plate, and the first pitch is lined down the right field line. That could be trouble, but on the run and making a good grab out there was Jace Blattner. And so 1 pitch, 1 out for Tyler Welch. The new pitcher, by the way, is Caden Jonason. Jonason from North Platte, and he gets 1 loud out right there. The Sodbusters are going to apparently go to the bench right here as we get an opportunity to see Jude Sundquist get an at-bat. And Jude is first pitch swinging. Rifles this one to the right center field gap, but that is going to be caught. And a busy time out there since Jace Blattner came in. A couple of flyouts to right. Jude Sundquist, that was his first plate appearance of the season for the Hastings Sodbusters.
You heard it right off the bat, the Sodbuster dugout. Oh! I mean, just to put a good swing on it, too. A Division I pitcher by trade gets the knucks from the guys coming back into the dugout just for putting a good swing on it.
Here's Jackson Crane. We did not expect to see him today after he tweaked his wrist again yesterday, but he was kind of listed on the inactive, but they are going to give him a swing here in the bottom of the 6th. He takes ball 1 ball and no strikes. Sodbusters 2 up, 2 down, leading at 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the last chance for the Cornhusker League All-Stars in the top of the 7th. But a guy who's had some big moments here at Duncan Field, Jackson Crane. A mighty swing, no contact, 2 balls and a strike on Jackson Crane. Third man to bat in that particular spot in the order. Alexio Delgado began there. Kyle Hiltbrandt also had a plate appearance, and now Crane takes the pitch inside. And Johnson having issues with his hat. Hat comes off about every 3rd pitch. Working out of the wind, the 3-1 delivery. Foul ball, 3-2. Duncan Field, side of today's exhibition game between the Hastings Sodbusters and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. A neat opportunity for both sets of players to kind of have a nice, relaxing night. You want to win the ball game, but just go out and enjoy baseball this evening. 3-2 pitch on the way. Bouncing ball foul, and that was off the foot of Crane, and he is going to be limping around a little bit. And he's getting razzed by his teammates there, as now his wrist hurts and his ankle hurts.
Leave the guy alone. He's just getting beat up out there.
So a line out from Welch, a fly out from Sundquist. Yes, Sundquist getting at bat. 3-2 pitch, high for ball 4. Crane is drawing a base on balls and back to the top of the order for the Hastings Sodbusters. And we are going to see a new batter. Hastings is going to send Jaden. Is this Jaden Juergensmeyer? Now he was taken out of off of their lineup. I am not sure if this is Jaden.
This almost looks like Jack Kruger wearing a different number.
That very well could be.
Because, we don't have a 17 on the roster, and just looking at it, I mean, they've been wanting to get their pitchers a swing and just giving them an opportunity. And Crane looks like he's going to come out, or at least maybe just get a walk back with Corey Caranda. A little bit limp as the Legion All-Stars go to the mound here, but wanted to get just everybody, and especially in a game like this too, where it's doesn't really mean anything.
It is Jack Kruger, and Sawyer Duddleston was coaching him, saying, "Okay, get that front foot up, get your swing." He's getting a little coaching from the dugout, and there is going to be a new pitcher. We'll tell you about that here very shortly as we bring you Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
So the All-Stars who've gone to the pen. Nick Konatz had an outstanding baseball career, and he's done well in the mound this summer. 2-1 at 2.63 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 11 runs allowed, 9 of those earned, striking out 23, walking 12, while allowing 18 earned runs. And he'll try to get the third out here in the 6th inning. And Jack Kruger coming to the plate. Now you got to face a dude out there in Konatz. So pretty cool for Kruger to get his chance. Boy, has Jack had an unbelievable year for the Hastings Sodbusters pitching. 4-0, a 1.09 ERA, his last outing against Oahe. Going 8 innings, no runs, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 0 walks. He has been the man from a starting pitcher standpoint for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Yeah, Nick Konatz, like you said, he is a dude. He did it all for the Adams Central baseball team in his 4 years with the Patriots and saw lots of times on the mound. He was arguably their ace at Adams Central this year, even though when he wasn't pitching, he was playing shortstop and batting in the cleanup spot. So really a guy who can do it all, and expect Konatz to fill up the strike zone a lot here.
So both the South Dakota State pitchers are getting plate appearances in this inning, and first pitch swinging. Kruger right back up the middle, but it's handled by Dinkelman, who steps on the bag and ends this 6th. Sodbusters trying to lock things down and win it. It's 5-2 as we head to the 7th, and this is Sodbuster Baseball. Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Head to the 7th inning. Sodbuster defensively. Ryan Valenta, I throw my hands up in the air and don't know what's happening. Oh, my gosh.
Well, we've got some familiar faces in a little different positions here. We've got, so far, Jude Sundquist, pitcher, now playing first base. Drew Vega takes up his normal spot at second base. Braden Cork, reliever / starter, is going to be doing the shortstop duties. Tyler Welsh still at third base. And I believe we may have a few different outfielders. Ryan Jarvis is still in left field. Not exactly sure the right fielders and center fielders. If we'll trying to figure that out, but just getting everybody a chance to play somewhere in the last inning here.
5-2 as this could be it if the Sodbusters can shut the doors. Xander Hardy, what a bounce back inning through only 9 pitches after he threw 30 back in the 5th. Set him down 1-2-3. Jaden Techmeyer back out there. He has a single and a run scored. Sodbusters lead at 5-2. Techmeyer fouls this pitch back. And count goes to 1-1. Techmeyer going to be majoring in landscaping at UNL. Playing for the Hastings 5 Points Bank team here in the summer after a great athletic career at Adams Central High. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Taken for strike 2. 1-2 on Jaden Techmeyer. Hastings Sodbusters home this weekend. Tomorrow off, but then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Spearfish Sasquatch. Sodbusters split with that team on the road earlier this year. And then the Casper Spuds, which beat the Sodbusters 3 in Casper, will be in for a huge 4-game series. If the Sodbusters want to contend in the second half, they need to play really well over the next 10 days. Pitch misses. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Techmeyer, trying to get base runners. Right now, no action behind Xander Hardy. Just the second pitcher used for Hastings, so they really done a nice job of maximizing the efforts here. As the pitch just off the inside part of the plate, and it's a leadoff walk to Techmeyer with the number 9 hitter coming up. That's Naz Robinson. Robinson, a single and a walk. Like I say, we wondered if he was even going to bat in terms of his batting numbers, and he's a guy that's been on base twice. He's scored, he's stolen a base, and done a really nice job, and a tremendous pitcher for that Hastings 5 Points Bank team. Runner at first, nobody out. Pitch line to center field. Is that trouble? Yes, it's going to fall. And runners at first and second, nobody out. And how about have a day? Naz Robinson, 2 for 2. First and second, nobody out here in the top of the 7th.
Didn't try to do too much with it. Put a good swing on it right into center field. And All-Stars going to bring the tying run to the plate with still nobody out.
Tias Kroll taking over the catching duty last inning. And here's Jace Blattner. Blattner singled in his first plate appearance back in the 5th. We're now in the 7th. All-Stars have out-hit the Sodbusters 7-5, but they still trail it 5-2. Off-speed pitch, high and outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Jace Blattner. Another Kearney guy. Kearney Misco Sports, the new corporate sponsor for the Kearney Senior Legion team this year. They have been Kearney runs for as long as I can remember until this year. 1-0 delivery. It's taken low for a ball. 2-0 the counts on Jace Blattner. So he is getting set to get back in that right-handed box. No action at all behind Xander Hardy, who's trying to find the zone here. 2-0 delivery. High for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Scott Galusha is just outside the dugout, waiting expectantly, hoping for a strike from Xander Hardy. 3-0 delivery is on the way. Big swing, no contact for Blattner, 3-1. I think it was going to be a strike. You're figuring down 3 runs, he's going to be taken all the way. It's an all-star game. Swing the bat.
Swing it, absolutely.
So Blattner trying to find a way to keep this inning clean for the All-Stars. First and second, nobody out. The 3-1 delivery is bounced to the left side. Welch has got it. He'll step on the bag for 1, and that's all he'll get. Smart hold there. There was no way he was going to get Blattner on a double play, but 5 unassisted as they get the leadoff man there, or I should say the lead runner as Techmeyer's forced out. Robinson advances to second. Fielder's choice grounder off the bat of Jace Blattner.
Just what the doctor ordered there after getting the first 2 on. Nice little lazy ground ball. Take a couple more of those and wrap this thing up here.
as it's going to be Keaton Watchhorn at the plate now, getting his second at bat. Pitch is taken for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Really neat to see him. He wasn't even selected as an all-star, a late replacement for Jarrett Bell, and comes in, gets an opportunity to play and get a couple ABs here, so he'll be taking his skills on to college. Sprays this one down the right field line, and everybody's chasing it. Nobody's going to get there. Jude Sundquist, man, got a little speed. Division I athlete.
All the way, the first baseman ends up near the visiting bullpen, and even Jackson Crane, a new right fielder, even though he had no chance of getting that ball. The hard effort for the guys. Just want to make it look a little close.
5-2 the score. The Hastings Sodbusters trying to lock things down in the top of the 7th. Pitch is in there for a strike as Watchhorn watched it go, and it's now 1-2. As Keaton standing in the right-handed box, Hardy's trying to finish things up. Final 3 innings of this one after a really good start for Luke Ray. Pitch a little bit low, 2-2 the count. Anderson waits on deck for the Cornhusker League All-Stars. New format this year, with all the Lincoln schools leaving the league, just the Western teams and Columbus left. Looping liner, and Sundquist over to give it a look. And don't hurt yourself and run into a pole right there. You're still a pitcher, South Dakota State. Don't you be getting too aggressive over there. But he has shown tremendous energy playing first base here in this final inning for the Hastings Sodbusters. And you've got Braden Cork. I kind of want to see one hit at the shortstop, see what Braden can do out there. Of course, all these guys, coming from high school, most of them probably played shortstop, center field. They just maybe haven't played it recently.
Good battle by Watchhorn here, staying alive. With every pitch he sees, it's a slight bit more advantage to the batter.
Walk, single, fielder's choice grounder, 2 on, 1 out, 5-2. Sodbusters trying to close things out, and pitches outside. It's gone to 3-2 now on Watchhorn. Xander's so solid in that 6th as he set down the 5, 6, and 7 hitters with no difficulty at all. Scuffling here in the 7th as now the bases are full. A pair of walks in the inning. And now Bryce Anderson is going to be coming to the plate, but Scott Galusha will go out and have a word. And it looks like, did Scott make the point? I think we're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break. 5-2, Sodbusters with the lead, and this is Sodbuster Baseball. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Sodbusters go to the bullpen. Here's Creighton Jacobitz on in a tense situation. Bases loaded, 1 out, 5-2 the score. Jacobitz, the Adams Central guy, he had a save against Owyhee on Saturday for his last outing. He is 1-0 with 3 saves, 5.21 ERA, making his 11th appearance. 19 innings, he's allowed 11 runs. 14 hits, 18 strikeouts, 12 walks. Of course, this won't count for the stats today, but good to see Creighton come in and get an opportunity to try to close the door. You really would have rather seen Xander Hardy try to close it out, but just couldn't find the zone consistently enough here in the 7th, and the bases are loaded behind him. All of those runners are the responsibility of Xander Hardy.
Well, Creighton gets to make the appearance today, but Not in the fashion he was hoping. Told me before the game, I brought my bat, ready to get an AB during the game, but called upon in a different situation here. Said that he had his drop 10 bats from before high school. I was like, oh man, a drop 10 bat at the high school level, that is not heard of very much.
It's Bryce Anderson watching ball one ball and no strikes, just missing as the zone has been fairly conservative today, but consistent for both teams. 1-0 delivery. That's a cross for strike. 1-1 on Anderson, who had a double back in the third. He is 1 for 3 on the day for the Kearney Misco sports guy, who came into today at .375. And strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes right on the outside corner, so the corner given there. And Jacobitz has had some pretty short outings. Has been able to get outs with a minimum of pitches. 1-2 delivery. This one hits him. So ahead in the count, it tails in, and now the tying run is going to be at second base with only 1 out. So Anderson able to draw the hit batsman, brings home the run as Robinson scores. See Blattner end up at third base. Watch Horn at second. And Gabe Ruiz will have his second at-bat of the day for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, Grand Island guy. Jacobitz lost the release point on that one. That was way outside. If it would have been a left-handed hitter, he would have hit his second in a row. 1-0 the count on Ruiz, who flew out to right his last time up. 5-3. Big swing, no contact. Jacobitz overpowered him there, and Ruiz was well behind that offering. .345 hitter Gabe Ruiz with 21 runs batted in and 19 runs scored. 1-1 delivery. Sprayed foul. 1-2 now on Ruiz. Grand Island Home Federal, you see guys from Northwest, from Central Catholic, and of course Grand Island Senior High. And Ruiz, one of the Northwest high schoolers, just going to be a junior in Viking land. 1-2 pitch, line back up the middle. That's going to fall for a hit. 1 run will score, and they go station to station as it's now a 1-run game. The tying run is at third. The lead run is at second. 5-4 on the RBI single from Gabe Ruiz.
Well, didn't think this was going to be really on the docket for the end of the game, but here we are with the Legion All-Stars threatening here to tie this game up, and we'll have to see what's the word will be if we're tied after 7 innings, if that comes to that case. Don't want to count our chickens before they hatch.
Sam Dinkelman up there now, and still only 1 man out, and the pitch from Jacobitz is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Dinkelman struck out at his only plate appearance, that coming last inning against Xander Hardy. Now it's Jacobitz trying to close the door. There is action behind Jacobitz now. Right-hander is warming, and 2-0 the count. Jacobitz had a 2-out, 2-pitch save earlier this year. Not happening this time. 2-0 delivery. Misses for ball 3, and now he's a bad one away from being in a tie ball game. It's still only 1 out. Bases are loaded. Creighton needs to bring one here. And the delivery. Nope. Ball 4. It's a 5-5 deadlock as Dinkelman draws the bases loaded walk. Watchorn scores. Anderson to third. Ruiz to second. And now it's going to be Jack Polk trying to give his team the lead for the first time in the contest.
All right, guys, if you're just being nice to maybe get them back in the game, it's a tie game now. We can end this inning here.
And you've got a pitcher playing shortstop and a pitcher playing first base. So you're thinking a double play ball, but you don't take anything for granted. Not that they couldn't do it, but
get a sure out somewhere.
I get a little spoiled when Josh Printer's in the game. Bouncing ball, it's back up the middle. That is trouble. It's going to be fielded by Vega. No play. Infield single. Didn't matter who the second baseman is going to be there. That is just a really tough one to handle. Jack Polk with the infield single. Station to station ball. And 4 have come home. It's 6-5. The Legion All-Stars with the lead.
That's about the only spot you can put it in the infield where the Sodbusters cannot make a play on it, and the Legion All-Stars did just that.
6-5, still only 1 out. Now looking for some extras. Half-hearted swing there from Dean McIntyre, and strike 1. No balls and a strike. 4 have come home in the inning so far. Hard hit ball right side. Fading back as Jackson Crane makes the catch. That'll be deep enough to score a run, and it'll be 7-5, so sac fly. Well struck there by McIntyre. He brings home a run. And now they are going to throw to second to appeal that the runner at second left prematurely. Did not happen, so 2 outs in the inning. And 7-5 the score, as we'll see Jaden Techmeyer bat for the second time in the inning. He walked to begin this. It's Creighton Jacobitz coming in, hitting the man, allowing a single, a walk, an infield single, and now getting a second out. Swing and a foul ball off the bat of Techmeyer.
Now, how fun this is. High school teammates going up against each other now. Just a 1 year difference between these two guys, and probably know each other pretty well.
You betcha. As Creighton Jacobitz brings home the pitch. Way high and outside. It bounces away, and that will allow the runner from first to second as Matthias Kroll couldn't handle it cleanly. A wild pitch, though. And runners at second and third with 2 outs. 5 have scored in the inning. Hastings Sodbusters now trail it by a score of 7-5 in the 7th. Jacobitz brings home the pitch. Right at the letters for strike 2, 1-2. Sodbusters came into this frame up 5-2, have given up 5 and trying to close things out and get a chance here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Techmeyer down on strikes, but the damage is done. 5 have scored for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, and it is 7-5 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Cornhusker League All-Stars played 5 runs on 3 hits in the top of the 7th inning, and Hastings needs 2 to tie and 3 to win it here, as they will have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Say it's game just for fun. You still want to win it, and we'll see if Hastings can rally here in a pretty good spot in the batting order.
Yeah, the pinch hitters that were set to come in bat in the last half of the inning, they have all sat down. The regular guys due up, trying to make a comeback here against the Legion All-Stars.
7-5 the score. Again, Hastings did sub quite a bit. It's not a game they have to, that they need to win, but, now you want to get something done here late. Hastings Sodbusters are down by 2 and having to come back against a pretty good one. A foul ball over near the Hastings dugout as Hastings got to be wary of getting a guy hurt as Jarvis fouled it away. And Nick Conant coming in to try to win this thing. After he pitched last inning, he's ahead of Jarvis. 0-2 pitch is upstairs for ball 1, 1-2 on Jarvis. Fielder's choice back in the first, ground out for an RBI in the third, hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 5th. Got 2 runs that inning, and there is strike 3. Jarvis could not pull the trigger, and Nick Conant gets the strikeout, his first of the game. The 5th pitcher of the day for the Cornhusker League All-Stars. Sodbusters have used 3. And giving up 5 runs in the top half of the 7th inning, trailing it 7-5 as Sawyer Duddleston at the plate. 1 ball and no strikes, the count on him. Bouncing ball, foul, count 1-1. If the score holds, Jacobitz ends up taking the loss. It's the first 3 runs of the inning, charged to Xander Hardy. but the go-ahead and the insurance run in the column of Creighton Jacobitz. Off speed, just a little bit high. Couldn't catch the top of the zone. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston's had a perfect day so far. 2 singles, sac fly, runs scored, an outfield assist on a rare 9-2 double play. With the bases loaded and 1 out, looked to be a huge moment in the game, but seen the Cornhusker League All-Stars come back, 3-1 count, and the pitch fouled down near Scott Galusha's coaching at third. Corey Coranda at first for the Hastings Sodbusters. And 3-2 the count on Sawyer Duddleston, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. This is it, 7-inning contest between the Sodbusters and the All-Stars. And a walk. Sawyer Duddleston aboard for the 3rd time. And it'll be Cale Jensen coming up there for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Well, Cale Jensen's last 2 at, I guess, his bookend at-bats to right field. One of them was far, the other one was farther. Keep the trend going. Put it a little farther, Cale.
1 on, 1 out, and strike 1 on Jensen. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly for Cale Jensen. Good to see him swinging it better, though, as he's going to be key in the next couple of weeks as the Sodbusters have a really tough schedule coming. They need to get the offense going. Tremendous home ERA for this Hastings Sodbuster team, 3.21. That will be severely tested by the bats of Spearfish and Casper over the next 7 games. 0-2 pitch coming. Ball 1. Cornhusker League All-Star fans thinking that was strike 3, and it's 1-2 now on Cale Jensen. Runner at first, and 1 man out. Sodbusters trail by 2. Inside, and it hits Jensen. So a 1-2 hit batsman. We saw Jacobitz do that on a 1-2 count in the top of the frame, and that really kind of set the foundation for what was a huge inning for the Cornhusker League All-Stars. And now Josh Printer will come to the plate, representing the winning run with 1 out.
Yeah, I can't feel too good getting hit right on the backside with that heater from Nick Conant. Even with his small stature, still throws it pretty hard from that right arm, but Sodbusters not going quietly in the 7th inning. Good opportunity here.
7 runs, 9 hits for the All-Stars, 5 runs, 5 hits for the Sodbusters. 2 on, only 1 out, and Printer pops it up. Right side, and it coming on, making the grab. It's going to be Blattner. Runner trying to advance from 2nd to 3rd. Now they'll throw back and try to get the runner between 1st and 2nd. Cale Jensen in trouble, and he avoids a man. Now coming home, scoring will be Sawyer Duddleston. Jensen gets up and heads to 2nd. Did he not leave the baseline?
Apparently not.
Are you kidding me? What looked to be a sure double play that they were going to get the out between 1st and 2nd. Jensen apparently did not leave the baseline. It is now a 1-run game, and the Hastings Sodbusters have the tying run at 2nd base after all of that with 2 outs.
Well, the rule is if you go 3 feet out of your way once you are being tagged. Common misconception there is you got to run in a straight line. It's that 3 feet rule only applies to when you are first being attempted to be tagged, and looking at the replay, it's probably as far as you can get without being called for out of the baseline there, but the Sodbusters escape somehow. Should have been the end of the game there.
7-6, and now Matthias Kroll will get his first at bat, trying to bring home the run from 2nd. In a very unlikely scenario. Yeah, they had tagged the runner at 2nd to try to go to 3rd. Jensen then ended up tagging at 1st, thinking the throw was going to go through. Really good job for the All-Stars to just try to get the out at 2nd base. Really, all they needed to get the out. They didn't really even need to worry about the run coming home, but they could not retire that guy. Here's a bouncing ball to the right side. The 2nd baseman's got it. Set, throw to 1st, and there's your ball game as the Cornhusker League All-Stars celebrate a victory against their college rivals. Jack Polk throws out Matthias Kroll, and after all of that, really all you can ask for. 7-6 the final, 1-run game. Pretty entertaining. We will wrap things up right after this timeout. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Hastings Sodbusters fall 7-6. The Cornhusker League All-Stars get the victory today. And Ryan Valenta, very entertaining game, about all you can ask. If you're the Sodbuster fans, you'd rather see a win. But, yeah, if you're going to lose one, today's the day.
Just good to see that we've got some talent in the area, specifically in the Tri-Cities, and give some credit to North Platte since they're just down the road a little bit too. But, very well played. And middle innings, pitchers duel through the first 2 innings, and then guys trading runs back and forth through the third, throughout the 5th innings. And just about to say, stole all the runs from Steve in the first few innings, but then the Legion All-Stars getting that 5 spot in the 7th inning to go ahead for good. And yeah, just something you didn't expect to see for a group of high school guys. And like we mentioned too, this isn't just seniors that just graduated or going to be seniors. These got some young guys too. Some guys that just finished their freshman season. Some guys that just finished their sophomore season. So not a fluke by any means. These guys mean business, ready to play under the direction of some excellent head coaches in the Tri-City areas from Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney. So it's good to see them get the win too, and for Kirby Wells, the Grand Island Federal head coach, a 2-1 day for him as the home Federal Legion team played our 2 games already earlier today. They split a doubleheader with Pius, so getting their 2nd win at Duncan Field, but obviously knew how it was gonna go because familiar with the field. And Steve told me too that Hastings College went here and actually a part of Sodbusters a little bit beforehand, so guy that knows the field very well. But 7-6 the final. Again, a game that doesn't count, but I'm glad we made it entertaining for both sides.
7 runs, 9 hits for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, and the Sodbusters 6 runs on 5 hits. As far as some of the highlights, Sodbusters did have one guy with a multi-hit contest as Sawyer Duddleston. Really good game. He ended up going 2 for 2. He ended up knocking in 1 and scoring 2. The only multi-hit performer for the Hastings Sodbusters, Drew Vega, 1 for 3 with an RB with a run scored today. Ryan Jarvis 0 for 3, but did knock home a run and also scored 1. 1 for 3 for Josh Printer with an RBI and a run scored, and a 1 for 1 day for Alexiel Delgado. He ended up scoring a run before being lifted From a pitching standpoint, Luke Ray gets the start. 4 solid innings for him. Xander Hardy worked his way into the 7th, and the Creighton Jacobits ended up taking the loss in relief for the Hastings Sodbusters. Cornhusker League All-Stars, they pitched 5 guys, and Nick Conant comes in, works the final 2 innings, and picks up the win in relief. That's a good job for him. Cohen Nelson, Ethan Kostler, Alex Griffith, and also Caden Jonason, all pitching for the Cornhusker League All-Stars, and they kind of had heroes up and down the lineup. A couple of multi-hit games. Jack Polk goes 2 for 4. He ends up knocking in a run. 2 for 2 for Naz Robinson, their number 9 hitter, as he was not retired today, ended up scoring twice for the Cornhusker League All-Stars. A hit for Caden Jonason on the day. He ended up scoring a run. 1 for 1 for Braxton Barrientos, and he ended up knocking in 1. Bryce Anderson 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. Gabe Ruiz 1 for 2, an RBI and a run scored. 1 for 4 for Cole Throckmorton. And Jaden Techmeyer goes 1 for 3 and scores a run. So those are your highlights for Hastings and the Cornhusker League All-Stars. And hopefully this kind of becomes a tradition, kind of a cool opportunity to take a break from regular Sodbuster action in the Independence League and get a chance to see maybe some Sodbusters of the future play.
Absolutely. Like we said, there are a lot of good talent in the area that could definitely join the team in years to come. But, I mean, for the guys, this team could honestly play in the Independence League right now and probably be pretty competitive with a couple of the teams as well. So it's a good sight to see that they were competitive. It wasn't like you're playing a team you're going to strike out 15 times and maybe get 1 or 2 hits, put up 7 runs, and they won the darn thing. So they had a very good performance. But like you said, just good to see a little bit of a change of pace with the Sodbusters trying so hard against this Independence League competition. And with such a busy schedule like they're going to be coming up, it's kind of just a good change of scenery, a good a breath of fresh air, and like we have been telling you, lots of Independence League baseball coming up. So the Sodbusters, everybody will get tomorrow off, and then we'll be back at it for a lot of games, Steve.
A deep breath, and then you better get it ready and strap it on, because Spearfish in for 3, Casper in for 4. If you are going to be a contender, then you better be ready to go for the next 10 days. We'll find out a lot about this team over the next 10 games.
It was fun, and with Casper and Spearfish, top 2 teams in the league, the Sodbusters are going to be battling for it. Really feels like this is going to be the stretch of games which will make or break the season. Sodbusters still with a very good chance to claim that second half Independence League title, and that's just an awesome thing that we're even talking about. Even this point last season, all hope was pretty much lost already because the Sodbusters a very different team from last year, but good to see them performing well. And even though they lost tonight, plenty of good takeaways here from tonight's game.
All right, so that'll about do it for us. Big appreciation to Mason Hendricks for all his work. For Ryan Valenta, once again, the Hastings Sodbusters, come on out. Spearfish provides the opposition this Friday. And today, the Cornhusker League All-Stars beat the Sodbusters by a score of 7-6. I'm Steve Stein. Good night, everyone.
Catch the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Get the ultimate fan experience at a Hastings Sodbuster game this summer. Enjoy high-level collegiate summer wood bat baseball at the beautiful and historic Duncan Field in Hastings. Baseball and a whole lot more. Affordable family fun. That's what the Sodbusters and the Independence League are all about. Sodbuster Baseball. It's your team.
Catch the spirit